Hey there, I'm Austin.
And I'm Lauren. Welcome to Edmonds Community College and our amazing Running Start program.
We're really glad you're here. Running Start allows you, a high school student, to be a college student.
So now it's up to you to learn the ropes of college life. The good news is you can do it, and we're here to help. We have lots to show you in these videos, including what it's like to be a student at Edmonds Community College, how to build a college schedule, how to register, open your student accounts, and of course, deal with money matters.
Basically, we're here to give you a course in college nuts and bolts, all getting you ready for your first day of class. So, what's first? Well, after you view this orientation video, then you will take a quiz. Next, it's important that you learn how you will register for classes. There's a Prezi for that, which is kind of like an online PowerPoint slideshow. You can find the Prezi on the Running Start website on the left banner. Also, the details on the information we covered during our videos can be found on the Quick Links tab, also on the Running Start website on the left banner. You can click them after watching this orientation.
What's next? Let's get going.
There are some crucial numbers that you're going to need to know before you begin Running Start at Edmonds Community College.
That's right, you need your student ID and PIN to access your personal info like class schedules and grades.
Plus, you're going to need these numbers just to register for classes. You got your student ID number and PIN when you submitted your Running Start application. You can't go to college unless you know when classes begin. All the important dates, like when to register, when the quarter begins, the last day to drop classes, and when you can see your grades, are located in the academic calendar on the Quick Links tab. And here's a good tip. Copy down the important dates in your planner or calendar. It's a great time saver.
How do you actually get information about classes you may want to take? That's important stuff, so we're going to an expert. Allison is a student advisor here. Where do Running Start students go to get information about classes?
Students will always have access to our college catalog online to see classes available throughout the whole year, and the quarterly class schedule where you can see classes that are being offered at certain times of the year.
Great, and what if students don't know what classes they want to take?
The students will have their high school counselor to make sure they're meeting their requirements to graduate, and then you have advisors like myself to help students plan all those classes to complete their college degree.
Thanks, Allison.
Oh, and one more thing. Remember, if there's going to be a day where there might be snow or some other emergency, you can find out if school is open by signing up for text or email alerts at schoolreport.org.
Being a Running Start student is your first step towards a successful college career, and you want to get off on the right foot.
One of the fundamentals of that is making sure you complete the classes you start. If you need to, it's best to withdraw from a class by the 10th day of the quarter. You also need to earn at least a 2.0 GPA each quarter. If you don't, you'll be on probation the following quarter, and the second time you'll be suspended from Running Start. So make sure you understand the Running Start Satisfactory Academic Progress Policy. You can find this on the Running Start website.
In college, all academic and student records are confidential, including your grades. So please, check your grades regularly and talk with your family often about how you're doing in your college classes. Your parents will not have access to this information unless you give them consent in writing. This is called the Family Educational Rights to Privacy Act. Your parents still have a role in your Running Start participation, and those details are on the Student Parent Agreement form. Both you and your parents or guardians are required to read, initial, and sign the form.
Are you an athlete? Do you play sports? Well, unfortunately, you're not eligible for intercollegiate athletics, so don't quit your high school team.
And we want to mention that since Running Start pays for your tuition, you're not eligible for financial aid until after high school.
We're really excited that you're participating in Running Start, but we don't want you to forget about high school. So this is Jill, one of the great local area high school counselors. Jill, what are some of the things that you want students to remember?
We want them to remember their high school students first, and they need to earn their diploma. College credit added to their diploma or to their transcript is great, but we want the diploma first.
All right, I know that there are 5 things you need to consider while registering. What are those?
Students choose their own schedules so that they select their own classes, so that's first. Secondly, we want them to make sure they choose the right classes with the right prerequisites having been met. That they're transferable, those classes are transferable is the third point. Make sure that they know what they want them for. I want them to know that some are not covered by Running Start, so be sure you're signing up for the right classes. Study time is that 5th point that's really important, that we want to make sure they schedule into their day.
All right, thank you, Jill.
In college, we hear a lot about prerequisites. What are they and why are they important? Allison is an academic advisor. So, why can't I take a class like Physics 242?
We have prerequisites in place to help ensure a student will be successful in that class. So we wouldn't want to jump into something and be overwhelmed, so we have certain classes that you'll follow, or a sequence. That's what we call prerequisites. And those can always be found in a schedule where you see a class listed, or the catalog. It'll clearly state what is required before entry to that class.
While you're thinking about which classes to take, you need to remember that there are some courses the Running Start program does not cover. These include any classes below the 100 level. Also, audit courses. Those are classes that students will attend without getting official credit or a grade. EAP courses, continuing education classes, Management 155, Music 150, and 250 are also on the list. Just make sure that you talk to the Running Start staff before registering and you should be fine.
Want to hear a secret? College classes fill up fast. You need to be organized and well planned so that you can get the classes you want and still have time to go to class and study. There's a kind of formula that for every hour of class time, you should spend 2 hours on homework and prep. So a 5-credit college course equals 15 hours of study time per week, and a 5-credit online course equals 20 hours per week.
And college instructors are not going to excuse you from high school activities. This is Professor Robin Dada. Professor, what kind of expectations do you have for a high school student in college?
Austin, that's a very good question. Basically, high school students are held to the same standards and expectations as regular college students. So basically that means you need to get your assignments in on time, the work needs to be done on time, and we're not going to be running after you to make sure that that happens. You need to balance your own time with the other things you need to do in your life.
Well, there you have it, straight from a professor.
So, I bet you're wondering, how do I officially register to be a Running Start student at Edmonds Community College?
It's way different than signing up for classes in high school. There's a lot to consider and several steps you need to take as a Running Start student. First, watch the How to Register Prezi on the Running Start website, which will instruct you on how to get yourself registered.
Once you're registered, then you can confirm your class schedule and costs by getting your schedule online. See the Quick Links tab. The Running Start program isn't free. Here's the deal. You pay for any fees, excess tuition, and textbooks for every quarter that you're registered in college classes. It's not cheap, but you're saving a lot of money on tuition.
Something else to note, the Running Start payment deadline is different than the deadline for regular students. Your Running Start payment deadline is the first day of the quarter.
Low-income students can apply to have their fees waived and have one textbook loaned to them through the Running Start program. Funds are limited, so it's best to apply early. Find the forms on the Running Start website or in the Running Start office.
Speaking of the website, make sure you check out Blackboard. It's the online component to classes here at Edmonds Community College. Also, while you're at it, you should check out EdMail, the official way Edmonds Community College and the Running Start program communicate with students. You can check out the Quick Links tab for more info.
So, you probably have the role of a successful high school student nailed down, right? But what's it actually like to participate in college classes? Let's get the scoop from Dr. Robin Dada, a professor here at Edmonds Community College. So, Robin, can you tell us what a syllabus is?
Well, Lauren, a syllabus is kind of an owner's manual for a course. It contains all kinds of really important information, anything from where your professor's office is and office hours are, to a little bit about what the class is about, what books you need, and most importantly, the schedule for the class, so what you're going to be doing over the course of the quarter. It's a very important document. You should read it carefully and ask any questions that you have on the very first day.
Do you have any tips for students who may be new to the idea of a syllabus?
Well, the very first thing is to read the whole thing, but then take all of the dates that you have on the syllabus and put them in your own day planner. And that's one way that you can manage all of your due dates over the course of the quarter and get your work in on time.
Running Start students should also know that most classes use Blackboard and EdMail to communicate and send course information. Make sure you set up your accounts 24 hours after you register for classes. Don't wait. Also, you'll want to be sure to check your Blackboard and EdMail daily. If you'd like to contact an instructor, you can find their email address listed on the college's homepage under Staff Faculty Directory or see the Quick Links tab. Robin, how do students get their grades?
Well, the college doesn't actually mail your grades directly to you. What they do is the Running Start office will report it to the high school directly. What you can do is check the academic calendar to find out when grades are actually going to be reported online and then check them online. The other thing you can do is make it your own spreadsheet and track your grades throughout the quarter and figure it out by yourself.
Check your grades to see if they comply with the Running Start Satisfactory Academic Progress Policy. Remember, to participate in Running Start, a student must earn at least a 2.0 GPA and complete all the college classes enrolled in after the 10th day of the quarter. The consequences for not following the policy are probation and suspension. Those are the nuts and bolts on how to participate in college classes.
Two weeks before your first day in college classes, there are a couple things you need to take care of.
Set yourself up for success by being organized and getting these simple tasks done. You can get your schedule through a Running Start website. See the Quick Links tab. Confirm your college classes you registered for and the payment you owe. Print your schedule to find your class locations and refer to the campus map.
Pay your fees at the cashier's office or online. For more information, go to the How to Register Prezi or the Quick Links tab.
Take your class schedule to the bookstore to find your textbooks or go to the college bookstore website.
The EdPass is your college ID card. It's like your ASB card in high school. It serves as your library card and even gives you gym access. You can get it 2 days after you pay your fees for the quarter. If you want to ride the bus, you can even add the Orca Card bus pass to your EdPass. For more info, see the Quick Links tab.
Parking on campus requires a parking permit. After you pay your quarterly fees, pick up your parking permit from the bookstore, Center for Student Engagement and Leadership office, the cashier's office, or the security office. Not sure where to park? You can find a student parking map on the Edmonds Community College website.
Be sure to activate your Blackboard and EdMail accounts. If you don't see the class you've registered for in Blackboard on the first day of the quarter, contact the instructor.
Although it's up to you to take charge of your college success, you have help. There are many resources right here on campus. Haley Benjamins is a librarian at Edmonds Community College. Haley, what kind of support can you give to Running Start students?
Well, supporting students is the whole reason that the library exists. In the library, students can access computers and printing and book group study rooms for group projects. They can also get individualized research assistance from librarians like me. We also have the course reserves in the library, which are textbooks or other materials that instructors want students to have access to. Our website's available 24 hours a day and has many of our resources available online, and you can chat with a librarian there anytime.
Thanks, Haley.
Allison Paytosh is an advisor. Allison, would you please tell us a bit about how you work with students?
Sure, we're here to support you become the best advocates for your own success. We'll help you do some educational planning, picking your courses, mapping out that long-term plan, making sure you're taking the right classes for your major to get in at the university, as well as making sure you're saving time, you're making good choices for your classes, and using the right resources to help you be successful in those classes.
Great info. Thank you, Allison. There are many other resources available to Running Start students at Edmonds Community College, including the Running Start Office, Services for Students with Disability, START, Student Technology Advice and Resource Team, and CSEL, Center for Student Engagement and Leadership. Now you're ready to begin your exciting new role as a Running Start student at Edmonds Community College.
You'll want to learn more about the info covered in this orientation by visiting the Running Start website and viewing how to register and quick links.
You must complete the following steps if you wish to participate in the Running Start program. 1. Complete the orientation quiz. 2. Print, read, initial, and sign the student parent agreement form. 3. View the How to Register Prezi. 4. View the Quick Links page on the Running Start website. 5. See your high school counselor and fill out the Running Start enrollment verification form and have your parents sign this form as well. 6. Take the completed paperwork listed in your eligibility letter to the Running Start office.
The transition from high school to college is exciting. You have a chance to explore your interests and move towards your career. But college is also a time to be proactive in your academic success.
Seek answers and learn actively. It's up to you to take responsibility for all college processes.
There's no better time to get a running start on college. You lead, we guide.